Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Community Focus here on Channel 6 TV. I'm Kenny Fogle, your host. Glad you could be with us tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about we've got a special guest in the studio today, a musician that's been well known in Nelson County for quite some number of times, primarily if you've seen the Stephen Foster story. He's been there for quite a number of years, but he's got some other stuff he's been doing on his own. That's Mr. Gary Vidito. Gary, first of all, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you, Kenny.
And you brought your guitar along, which is absolutely wonderful. So, I know. Now, before we get into that, tell us a little bit about Gary Vidito. Who are you?
Well, Gary Vidito came from Indiana originally. I'm originally from central Indiana, a little place called Brownsburg, Indiana. Mm-hmm. And I moved to Kentucky to go to school. Went to school at Campbellsville. My intention was to go to school at Campbellsville, then go back to Indiana to work. I never found my way back across the river. That's been
put them tolls on.
yeah, if they hadn't put those tolls on, I might have gone back.
There you go. Then you moved with the Stephen Foster story for quite a number of years now.
I have been in, and still in Stephen Foster's story. There again, when I came to Campbellsville to go to college, our department chair said they're going to come and audition from Stephen Foster's story in Bardstown. I'd like you to audition. So I did, and I got in and as a singer. Uh-huh. And about 2 weeks before the show, the rehearsals started, I got a call from the musical director at that time and said, he said, "We understand you play guitar." I said, "Yeah, I do." And he said, "Oh, do you play banjo?" I said, "No, I don't play banjo." And he said, "Well, would you like to learn? Because we just found out our banjo player's not coming back." So I learned enough playing the banjo in about 2 weeks to be playing in the show, and somehow it just worked out for me. I've been there almost 38 years now.
Oh my God.
And I thought, it was a great summer job between college semesters.
Probably know the lines of everybody in the show, don't you, Vanessa?
Pretty much.
It can be interchangeable.
I don't think they'd ever let me do Genie, but, I could.
Yeah, you work on it. Now, banjo, now you've been identified almost with banjo in a way over the years, but from the Stephen Foster story, is that something you become more familiar with?
I'm more familiar with banjo now than I was, but I'm still primarily a guitar player. Yeah. I learned, as I said, for the show, and that's a different style of banjo than what we see in central Kentucky or in the bluegrass area. It's a 4-string banjo, and it's more like a Dixieland banjo. I have a 5-string banjo, and I play a little bit of that. I'm not real good at that, but I'm primarly a guitarist.
And you stay pretty busy, although it seems like, around here. Seeing you playing all the time in different places.
Yeah, I've been very busy, and I play at the Rick House every once in a while. I'll be there this Friday night, 7 o'clock, and I do a lot of other things too. I've got a John Denver tribute show that I do. You may have heard about, and I've done a James Taylor tribute show also, and then I've got several other one-man shows that I do. One of which is did last week over here at the Art Gallery. It was a World War II show called World War II: A Survivor Story, and in that I portray my dad, who was in World War II. And we did that on Pearl Harbor Day last
One thing
week.
I've noticed about you is you usually have a theme to what you're doing. And I guess in some way, like I know you've got a song about the Bardstown.
Right.
That you wrote and put together. I mean, I guess when I say a theme, it's sort of a storytelling that goes along with it. So, and for some music, it's you try to figure out what they're talking about when they get done. With yours, you pretty much have a story. So.
Well, good. I appreciate that comes through anyway. I do try to do any program that I do to kind of do a theme that goes through it. And this song about Bardstown that I wrote it really several years ago. And people identify that even with the Stephen Foster story. A lot of people think that's all I do. I'm locked in, yeah.
You might make a career out of it. Yeah. Well, but if you got that song available, I know people will love to hear us talk, but they might want to hear you play a little bit today, too.
Well, I'd be glad to play that song.
If you want to do it, the show belongs to you.
It's called Coming Home to My Old Kentucky Home.
All right.
I can see the rolling hillside and the simple country charm. Now I'm closer to the home place that kept me safe from harm. The smiles are all around me and I'm right where I belong. This feeling that I have inside it fills me with a song. Coming home to my old Kentucky home. Coming home to my old Kentucky home. Just let the sun shine bright in every childlike heart tonight. When I hear that Christmas sound, I'll know I'm home. Coming home to Bardstown. It's the warm and friendly people, both the old ones and the new. It's the peace of mind in knowing that they really care for you. It doesn't matter where you come from or where you might be going to. You're always welcome here, my friend. Our home is your home too. Coming home to my old Kentucky home. Coming home to my old Kentucky home. Just let the sun shine bright in every childlike heart tonight. When I hear that Christmas sound, I'll know I'm home. Coming home to Bardstown. Coming home to Bardstown.
Oh, absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. A good
Thank you.
song about Bardstown. And if somebody wanted to pick up that song somewhere, do you have it for sale anywhere?
Right now, if they contact me on my website, I can get it to them.
Vidito.
That's right.
Yeah, I want to make sure people know how to spell that correctly.
And my website is garyvidito.com.
Oh, okay.
It's simple, except that you got to know how to spell that last name.
Vidito. Yeah, I had an argument at lunch today on that.
Don't put an E on it.
No,
Don't put a
no
W on
E's,
it.
no W's.
No T's in the middle. I know it's kind of
Now,
tough.
music, how much is that? Now, when you went to Campbellsville College, was that what you going to school
That's
for?
what I majored in. I majored in church music, actually, and I did church music for 40 plus years, and along with other things as well. And I was a voice major at Campbellsville. Great school for me, and perfect for the time, and it opened a door that I didn't know was going to open. You know, because like I said, I was planning on going back to Indiana. And that didn't happen.
Well, thank God you didn't, because we could use it here. Thank God
well, thank
you would be coming home to Bardstown. Well, if you got any more, anything else you'd like to play for us today, we'd certainly like to hear a couple more tunes.
Well,
will entertain people here around, especially around Christmas time. But again, music is a year-round enjoyment, so I hope people just simply just sit back and enjoy.
Okay, I'm going to tune this guitar, Kenny, because I did it before we started and something didn't work right. So.
Well, you know, there's a skill to that.
That's at least better.
Yeah, well, it's all yours.
Can't stand it if it's out of tune.
We'll do a show on that one day, just how to tune a guitar.
Come on, weatherman, give us a forecast snowy white. Can't you hear the prayers of every childlike heart tonight? Rockets are calling, Christmas snow falling. Somebody said it's 4 feet deep. It doesn't matter, give me the laughter. This year I'm gonna keep another tender Tennessee Christmas. It's the only Christmas for me, where the love circles around us like the tips around our tree. Well, I know there's more snow up in Colorado than my roof can ever see, but a tender Tennessee Christmas is the only Christmas for me. Every now and then I get a wandering urge to see maybe California, maybe Tinseltown for me. There's a parade there, we have it made there. Bring home a 10 for New Year's Eve. Sounds so exciting, awfully inviting. Still I think I'd rather keep another tender Tennessee Christmas. It's the only Christmas for me, where the love circles around us like the gifts around our tree. Well, they say in LA it's a warm holiday, it's the only place to be. But a tender Tennessee Christmas is the only Christmas for me. A tender Tennessee Christmas is the only Christmas for me.
I know I like James Taylor, but I know you say you play some John Denver. If you got any John Denver you'd like to share with us today? Yeah, I can get into John Denver.
You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Come let me love you, let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter, let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you, let me always be with you. You fill up my senses, come fill me again.
All right. Now you say you got a few shows coming up soon.
Yeah, I had quite a few last week, so actually we're kind of slowing down this week, getting ready for Christmas. So that's okay with me. But after the first year, we'll kick off again and start doing the World War II show. I like to do that show, and I have a Civil War show too. I like to do that especially for kids, you know, in the schools, because they don't learn enough, and it's not our teachers' fault. They just can't get in enough about our history and our country's history. And I think it's important for our kids to learn that and to know where we came from and what it took to get us where we are and what
I guess
it
I'm
takes to
curious
maintain
as
it.
what a World War II song would be. Would you got an example of that? What you might be able to show us?
Yeah. Let's see. I'll get a guitar pick out here.
Alrighty.
We'll just do there are several, but this one. Now I don't have my other two Andrews sisters with me.
Yeah, well, I understand.
But we could still do this one. He was a famous trumpet man from down Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was a top man at his craft, but then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy, a company B. They made him blow the bugle for his Uncle Sam. It really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next day the cap went out and drafted a band. And out of company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy, a company B. He was some boogie woogie bugle boy, a company B. He made a blow the bugle for his Uncle Sam, and it really brought him down 'cause he couldn't jam. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy, company B. He puts the boys to sleep with Boogie every night and wakes them in the same way in the early bright. They clap their hands and stomp their feet because they know how he plays when someone gives him a beat. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy, company B. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy, company B.
All right. Well, before we go, just one more time is if somebody needs to get a hold of you, if they want you to schedule a show or something like that, that's you'd be available if you have the time.
Yeah, I would. Best way to get in touch with me again is on my website, www.garyvidito.com. GaryVidito. Okay. Simple as that.
So somebody just check out I know you're on Facebook, and I know you're on
right.
You got a website, so check it out. So before we get out of here, we got about time for one more song. If you got I've been calling the song shots, so I'll let you pick this one. You're the
Well, I don't know. We can fade out here on this.
I'll fade out on this. So Gary Vidito.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Gary, we appreciate you being here, and
all right,
we'll have you
Kenny.
back again sometime, maybe before the Stephen Foster story gets going next year. Or
all righty.
Maybe we'll come on with some Stephen Foster songs or something.
That'd be all right too. And remember, next year's our 60th anniversary.
60th anniversary. And you've been there for 38 of them.
Yeah, I've been over half of them. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, well, maybe you'll get used to it after a while. Well, Gary Vidito, GaryVidito.com. Check him out if you need to see him or show up to one of his shows. You'll be advertised, like I said, on Facebook or wherever you may hear about it. So again, stick around. A lot more to come here on Channel 6 TV. Gary, Merry Christmas. Thank you for being here.
Merry Christmas, Kenny. Thank you.
And thank you all for tuning in tonight. More Channel 6 news, weather, and whatever else coming up right here on your community station. We'll be right back.